Hello, everybody. Welcome back. At this point, you should have created all your sources and made note cards for them all. Just as a reminder, here's the way we kind of look at it. Source, 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 note, note, note. So 3 notes here, 4 notes there, 3 notes there. So what I'm going to show you is a bare bones approach to the next stage. Hopefully you get more than the bare minimum, which is 3 sources, 3 notes per source. Okay? Because the more you read and the more you understand, the more likely you are to actually know what you're talking about when you start to write the essay, rather than just saying, okay, well, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to and hopefully I make sense. I can't tell you how many freshman persuasive papers I get that tick off all the bases, but in doing so, only prove to me that the kid who wrote it has no idea what the topic is actually about. So let's take a look at what to do next, with the understanding that what I'm showing you is just the process of how to put the stuff together, and when you do it, you should do it only on a larger scale, okay? I'm trying to keep it simple to show you how it works. So this is the note cards view. This is your tabletop where all your note cards end up, and this is the outline where you build the outline. When you first make note cards, they drop into this little pile right here. So first thing is you want to kind of just drag them all out so that they're visible and separate. Now this bird's eye view here shows you the whole great big table you've got. You've got plenty of space. So let's right now focus on these. So here's some things. Weakness of AI. Here's some definition-y kind of note cards. Good ideas about what's going to happen. Let's see, ending disease, benefits. It's not happening. It always works out. Job killer. Okay, so that's some things that we're a little bit scared of. So obviously, looking at this, I got more notes. These are all my notes that tell me about how AI is going to be good. And then I got one here about how people are worried that it's going to kill jobs, right? Like, if you've got cars that drive themselves, why would anybody need to hire a truck driver or a cab driver, right? So that's scary. But then I've got all these notes that show that it's not going to be a problem. And then this not happening, like there's no point that artificial intelligence is going to suddenly become like Skynet and kill us all. Or at least if that is, it's going to be hundreds of years down the future. We don't have to worry about it. So now let's worry about our outline here. If you want, like these two kind of are very similar notes, you can make a stack just by dragging one on top of each other. Past precedents. Past, I don't know. Examples. Let's go with that. So, okay. And then that makes a stack. You can open it up, you double click on it, and those notes just show up right there. And then you get right back in. You see what the source is and all that. Okay. So now, what we do when we're making an outline is we start simple and we build from there. So the topic, artificial intelligence. And maybe I should spell artificial correctly. Okay. So then we go, so that's what the basic paper's about, right? Intro. And then we hit plus to add something new. So from there, oops, I wanted to make that a subtopic. We can just drag them into the thing in which they go. So then the next thing after your intro is your body paragraph 1, right? Body 1. We click on that, we'll make a subtopic, body 2. Click back here, make another subtopic of that, body. We're going to write a simple 3-paragraph essay, sorry, 5-paragraph, 3 body paragraphs, and then add our final subtopic, conclusion. And then we start to fill out these sections, right? And we're starting generic, just with the things that everybody does. So we'll add a subtopic of intro. What's the first thing that we do? A hook. Okay? And we click back on the intro. Let's add another subtopic to there. Context. So this is like why people care. Why are we even talking about artificial intelligence right now? Add subtopic, thesis / claim. Again, all of this stuff, other than putting in the topic artificial intelligence, you all should have exactly this much so far. So then body paragraph, we can even build this one out. So topic sentence. And I'm not going to build all three of your body paragraphs because they're going to look exactly the same. But I'm going to show you the basic process for doing it, and you repeat. Context for evidence, plus again, quote. And I do this, even though it seems kind of tedious, to really reinforce the process from beginning to end. Explanation, conclusion, / transition. All right, then let's look at the conclusion. So, review evidence, restate your thesis, and then some kind of a final thought at the end of it. Final thought / call to action. With a persuasive thing, since your whole goal is to try to get people to do something, I like to end it with specifically what you want them to do. Go out and talk to your senator, or go get some job training on artificial intelligence, whatever that is. So now these things are good. So we can add hook. I don't have a specific quote that makes a good hook right now, so let's just add a subtopic. And I could always go and find a quote later on if I want, but Terminator means I'm going to start off with some kind of an image from the Terminator. Let's see, we can get a little bit. We'll add more to that. Terminator, robot, crushing human skull. So that's that image from the first, opening scene of Terminator, where there's like a bed of skulls and the robots are running over them, and it's all like, oh, it's the end of the world. Context. So what's going on right now? Why do we care about this subtopic? Google cars and Uber, FedEx. Okay, is that cool? Makes sense? Like, this is something that we're genuinely worried about. There's a huge industry that is about to be shaken up because of all these automated cars that are coming out that drive themselves. Thesis, let's say, I'm a fan of artificial intelligence. AI will shake things up, but ultimately will make life better by freeing humans to do more interesting jobs and have more free time. Okay, there it is. So body one. Let's see what's my topic and sentence going to be. So within that, I just click on that and I click a subtopic. So let's start with opposition. So fear of job loss. So context for evidence. Mass killing, probably not the issue, but mass job loss actually scares many. So then we're gonna lay out how that kind of works. And I'm going to drag this note right in here into the quote section. So my job killer, you can see that. Instead, it's poised to bring out a wide-scale decimation of jobs, mostly lower-paying jobs, but some higher-paying ones too. And that comes from Lee Kai-Fu, The Real Threat of Artificial Intelligence. Okay, so then explain, make sure if a truck can drive itself, why hire a truck driver? And then we're going to transition, like maybe truck drivers going away, but those humans can find better jobs in other fields. And then that segues right into the next body, which is all about all the things that people can do once artificial intelligence is going, right? We fill out that, we fill out this, and we've got our kind of outline going. So see how that works? We basically we add our details, we drag notes into them when we want to, and then we're good to go. That's how you make an outline. So you just start with the simple stuff and you make it more complicated as you get specific about your own topic.